Here's some whistling going on. I'm going to be talking to you today about the DKNY Red Delicious fragrance. And this fragrance is a flanker of the original DKNY Delicious fragrance. And this is an eau de parfum 100 ml that I'll be talking about. And also, this fragrance is created by Maurice Rossel. Maurice Rossel has created the original as well as some of the flankers that come with this as well. And he's made Nautica Blue, one of my favorites, Muscovy Azure by Frederic Malle. And I think that's it. I've made a whole bunch of other fragrances that are more like kind of obscure, kind of cheaper fragrances. But this fragrance is kind of a little bit hard to find. I believe it's been discontinued. It was released in 2006. And it's definitely a little bit different than the original. The original you can still buy anywhere, and also a few other of the flankers that they have. And also, this fragrance is, I've seen it available on eBay. I got this fragrance from a seller from the selling app called Carousel, which is more for like local kind of selling. But we will get into the notes of the fragrance right now, so let's review it. So this fragrance has notes of, the top notes are lychee, raspberry, middle notes are patchouli, apple, and rose, and the bottom notes are leather, vanilla, and amber. So I'm going to spray it on this piece of paper. Now the sprayer on these are not the best, it's a little bit weak, so I would definitely suggest that you spray this from a distance. It's completely open, but I'm gonna do that. So sometimes the sprayer in this fragrance, it comes out like a water sprinkler, and it comes out in drops rather than a full like sheer kind of spray. But I managed to get it on this piece of paper. So let's give it a smell. So this fragrance, since the success of the original Be Delicious fragrance, this fragrance is something that Donna Karan wanted to have it smell like champagne. So it definitely smells like something similar to champagne. Champagne is not an actual note in it, but the notes together kind of create like almost like an accord of it. I definitely smell some of the raspberry, definitely the apple more than anything else. Like it kind of smells a little bit like an alcoholic apple sort of drink, maybe an apple kind of martini, but not a sour apple martini. I don't smell any leather at all. I do smell vanilla, which gives it that sweetness, and amber as well. I do smell a little bit of rose. So the top notes more than anything else, I smell the apple. Like so the heart of the fragrance is what I smell more than anything else. Definitely not as tart as the original. I definitely prefer the original for sure. This is a little bit sweeter. It's not as sour. So I'm going to try it on my skin. Again, I'm going to spray at a distance. Yeah, it's a really tough, and it kind of like clicks as you spray it. So I'm not really too much of a fan of that. But anyway, the bottle is really cool though. Looks like an apple. So let's give this a smell. Okay, so on my skin, I definitely smells like kind of a fruity apple fragrance. There is a nostalgic value to it. I'm not entirely sure what exactly it is, but I definitely smell something that smells like it. But it's not as tart for sure. Okay, and then I'm going to smell it on my wrist here, which I sprayed about a few hours ago. So at this point, this fragrance is fading away very quickly. The original one has a sillage, it has projection for hours and hours and hours. I think it's just because it's more sour, and it has the white florals that support all those like fruity, citrusy notes in it. But the notes in this one are very different than the original. There is also a male version of this too, which I really would be interested in trying. Absolutely. But I will give you links down below where you can both like purchase them. But yes, no leather at all. No leather. I thought it would be kind of like a fruity flirty, girly, like leather fragrance, but it's not necessarily that. I definitely still smell the apple. Apple, I find, is not very good at lasting in fragrances, but I don't smell any lychee at all. Lychee was the first thing that went, and which really sucks because lychee doesn't, or lychee. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. Maybe it's lychee. Lychee is a little bit of a note that doesn't last very long on my skin. So yeah, that is what I think about this fragrance. I would say, I don't know. You have to give it a try. I wouldn't necessarily blind buy this. So this concludes my review of the